in a balkanized America of ethnic like enclaves in various different cities where half of these people don't speak any English. The vast majority of them are semi-literate. They don't have a high.
Semi-literate, can't speak English. Is there something as linguistic supremacy?
White people eating at the like Haitian restaurants to show solidarity.
All right, that Haitian food is not good, but
Haitian.
I'll move on.
I
plantations
disagree.
Watch your mouth.
Yeah, whatever it is.
What? This is literally the only person on earth that's like Haitian food is not good. What kind of food is he talking about? That'd be so funny. That'd be actually so funny if they actually gave him dogs. It's the first time someone tricked him, I was like, oh, that's Haitian food. But it's actually. So it just seems like there's a group of people in certain minorities that think by kowtowing to white supremacists, by kowtowing, by pandering to racists, that somehow, by some magic, these people that are racist are going to make an exception for them. And you see that all the time. People acting from a certain minority group acting like what they call pick-me's, thinking, oh, racism doesn't exist. Yeah, maybe I'm not part of your group. Like if you're a white nationalist, if someone is a white nationalist, it doesn't matter that you're African, Indian, I don't know, Chinese. It doesn't matter to them. If you're not white, you're not part of the club. And you're gonna see someone trying so hard to sympathize with the cause of white nationalists and white supremacists here that it's just pathetic. The guy even attacked Haitian food, saying it's trash. I'm paraphrasing, but anyway, you're in for a treat. Okay, this is a show called Breaking Point. These two hosts, they were part of a mainstream media company called The Hill, and they quit, and they have this show. They are like anti mainstream media, anti establishment type. But the lady is a Democrat, Krystal Ball, and the guy is an Indian immigrant, Saagar, I think his name is, and he is a Republican. So we're gonna see his take here, and yeah, see what he has to say.
And over on CNN, actually, the biggest search terms being associated with Donald Trump's name now have to do with they're eating their dogs, eating the cats, eating the pets Haitian situation, which we're about to talk about with Zed Jelani. But let's take a listen to Enton's analysis there.
Yeah, what are the rising things that people are Googling along with Donald Trump's name? It's not what Donald Trump's campaign would necessarily want, right? It's eating pets. It's eating dogs. It's eating cats. Obviously, that was Donald Trump's moment on the debate stage. Of course, that's a Fugazi story. It's not real. It's fake. Yet he went after it. This is a disaster. Who the heck, if you're running a presidential campaign, that you'd want your name being Googled with eating pets, eating dogs, eating cats? My goodness gracious.
Well, I mean, maybe he thinks it's a win.
Well, he's wrong.
So they do think it's a win. Trump, at least, thinks it's a win.
He thinks it's a win. So does JD. I'll save all
Go
my
ahead.
comments. I'm going to save all my comments.
Say someone out because
Yeah.
Imagine, just imagine, you are running for president for the most powerful nation in the world, and you have nothing else to do than attacking people from one of the least powerful nations in the world. This is just pathetic, pathetic, pathetic. Instead of talking about your leadership, not that Donald Trump has a particular leadership style that's like impressive or whatever, but this is just pathetic. This is out of this world. So we're gonna skip ahead actually because he started ranting at I think 16 minutes. Let's go ahead and see this.
by the way, represents as his constituents, it's this entire town. And so, yeah, their bet is that actually the core concerns that people have again about immigration are not actually about housing, wages, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The things that you talk about, Saagar, that's not actually about that. It's actually just like racist. We don't like these people because they're different and we want them out. And so we're gonna play into that. We're gonna lean into that. That's the bet that they're making. And I just don't believe that. I don't think most Americans want to see themselves as racist. I don't think they want to have their policy views or who they vote for president driven by just like explicit racist fear mongering. And so it's a little bit, it's too naked, right? It's too mask off. And this is what the conversation we had about the like Kamala Harris, she turned black thing too, where I was like, this is not going to work because it's too naked a racial appeal. And most people, you got your people out there who are cool with that.
All right, can I tell you something? I actually like it like that. I like that it's naked, so you can identify the people that are, doing proper racist propaganda. You can identify problems. When it's just underlying systemic racism and it's not overt, that's a bigger problem to me. I like that it's like this. So people now, less people in the United States, are gonna think that racism actually exists because it's so it is so clear that there are people that have biases against people that are not part of their ethnic or racial group.
Unfortunately, that is a reality that exists and has always existed in America and probably always will exist. The overwhelming majority of Americans really do believe in like the best ideal, the melting pot. They don't want to see themselves as explicitly sexist, racist, xenophobic, whatever. And you're kind of stripping them of plausible deniability here with this whole Haitian pet situation. So that's why I think, to me, it's just very clear that this is a fail, that it's already a fail. And I'm not saying that it doesn't mean he can't win, but if he does, it will be in spite of this, because we already see the way the poll numbers have moved against him post-debate when this became the center of conversation.
The counter is simple. The counter is that rapid demographic change doesn't mean that you're racist. It means that you want control over that. You have an uncontrolled system. I mean,
that's not what they're saying.
No. But I'm saying look, if you get somebody
Here we go.
to vote for Trump in spite of this on the immigration question, it's going to be this. All right, I got two choices. I got a candidate who we had more illegal immigrants enter the country under their reign than a decade before. We have the highest level of the foreign-born population since the 1900s. We have ethnic strife. Do we want to live?
Foreign-born population? Foreign-born population? You're not part of it? You're complaining about that? You shouldn't be here? I mean, here I don't live in the United States right now. Foreign-born population? That's what you're talking about? As a first-generation American? The lack of self-awareness is so clear. So, no, now that I'm here, that I have a perfect American accent. You know what I mean? I'm not part of that. It's just like I'm special. I'm no, man, I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be in the country. I'm so special. But these other ones, they are not. They shouldn't be here.
In a balkanized America of ethnic like enclaves in various different cities where half of these people don't speak any English, the vast majority of them are semi-literate. They don't have a high.
Oh. Semi-literate, can't speak English. Is there something as linguistic supremacy? People that view some languages as more. I I know there is because that exists in Haiti actually with French. But I didn't know that was a thing. Actually, yeah, I kind of heard about it in the United States as well. Semi-literate, can't speak English. I think he, I think he thinks these two things are synonymous. I really think he thinks if you can't speak English, you're semi-literate. I think he's using these terms interchangeably. That's what I think. It's just insane, insane. And look at look at the face of Crystal. Look at Crystal's face here. She's like, really? That's who I'm associated with? Really? Dude, you're my co-host. I'm a progressive. That's who that's who my business partner is. Oh my. The disappointment on her face is just priceless. Priceless. Oh my gosh. It's insane.
High school degree. I mean, by the way, these Haitians, these people are here under
Yeah,
TPS,
watch
which is
your mouth.
supposed to be temporary.
Well,
They're not even supposed to be here forever.
We don't actually even, some of them, I'm sure that's true for some of them. Some of them, the indication from the mayor and other authorities, they actually have been here for years. They moved into the town from other places because there were job opportunities. So, I
So
mean,
the ones, okay, listen.
so I mean, I'm
all right.
just,
But I'm saying,
not to nitpick,
when you
but just
call
to clarify.
somebody a migrant, that implies forever, permanence. They're here under TPS, which is supposed to be, they're supposed to go back. So when are you going back? And that's part of the problem. In America, we have an immigration system where you can just come here and say, oh, I'm here for my life, and you get to stay here forever. Basically, even if the court tells you to leave, you don't have to leave. There's no enforcement. You're in a town of Springfield, Ohio.
Wait, don't they have like something called ICE? What's that stand for? Immigration? I don't know, but it's a law enforcement branch of the police of immigration, right? ICE still exists. Was it dismantled, or is it just lying? I'm pretty sure people get deported all the time. Obama deported a bunch of people. He was actually called the deporter in chief. There's a mechanism for deportation a lot of times. A lot of times, if you're in the United States and you're, I don't know, and you're a permanent resident, you're not a full-on citizen. Even when you're a citizen, at some point, I don't know if it's the same thing right now, but even when you're a citizen, they can still deport you if you commit a crime. Because I've met Haitians in Haiti that have been deported from the United States that can't even speak Creole. And their parents aren't there anymore. They just went to the United States. I don't know. They were doing drugs or something like that. And then they get deported back to Haiti. their citizenship gets revoked. I've met people like that. There's still a mechanism for deportation. What? What?
Is it 60,000 people? Your mayor and your leaders have decided to invite others. You didn't necessarily sign up for that. The federal government puts you there. And you say, listen, this is intolerable to me. I don't want to live this way. Now, look, my parents are immigrants, so this is complicated. But all I need to do is go back.
Really? No shot. No, they're not. They're not immigrant. No, they're not. I'm a hypocrite. But what can I say? What can... this is the funniest thing. This is the funniest thing.
Back and read enough history where let's put yourself in the shoes of these waspy elites or others, and it's 1830. You're
Why would I want to put my why do I want to put myself in the shoes of the elite in this conversation? Why do I care about the elite? No, I'm putting myself in the shoes. That's what I was taught in Bible school. The lost, the least, and the last. Okay, the lost, the least, and the last. This is whom I'm concerned about. Not the waspy elite of 18th century waspy elite. What the heck is going on? Why would I go back in history when as a people, as a nation, okay, we have evolved on all these issues? Why would I want to go back and put myself in the shoes of 18th century racists? Why would I do that?
Britain's newly industrialized economy. You have previously an agrarian society. You and your parents, your family goes back to Jamestown or fought in the Revolutionary War. And now your whole neighborhood is Irish. And people are wasted all the time, beating the crap out of their wives, working at the factory. I mean, listen, is it legitimate?
Pulling out the anti-Irish bigotry this morning.
They passed prohibition because these people were drinking a liter of whiskey.
Tell me about the Italians, the Jews. What was the problem with them?
I didn't say it was a problem.
They integrated.
Yes,
but you're
after we shut down immigration for 50 years.
But this is the point, is every single wave of migration.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay, I still have dogs. I haven't eaten them. Okay.
Migration we've had, like, there have been, similar fear-mongering about these, and they'll never integrate, and they'll never learn the language, and they'll never be part of society. We're going to have these balkanized ethnic enclave neighborhoods, et cetera, et cetera. And every single time, guess what? Generation later, they're just American. Their kids are speaking
Irish. This is one of the things about white supremacy as well. It's not coherent. The Italians, for instance, they didn't used to be white, and now they're considered white. Race is a joke. It's a joke. But it just insane to me. These people can't understand that the United States is actually a project that's different than Poland. It's different than, I don't know, Turkey, Denmark. It's a different project. And this is what makes the United States the United States. It's always been a nation of immigrants. It's always been that way. To sit here and want to reverse course and go back to the 18th century and complain about stuff, this is so idiotic. This is so bad. Such a ridiculous take.
Speaking English, they're eating McDonald's, they're doing the whole thing. You talk to the people in the town, not the ones that right-wing YouTubers were interviewing that were calling the Haitian immigrants, quote unquote, sand monkeys. Yes, this was proffered as evidence that this was legitimate,
Okay. We don't have deserts in Haiti. The only sands that we have is like beach sand, and it's beautiful. That's insane.
This was a legitimate criticism, but if you talk to a lot of the people in the town, this was a town that was struggling, right? It was like the town that I lived in Ohio, where the jobs had gone away. They had seen a massive population, a depopulation. And that's death for a town. It's death for, the infrastructure. It's death for the tax base, the schools, everything. I don't doubt that there are entirely legitimate concerns about, when a group, whatever group it is, wherever they come from, moves into the town, just like in Texas and Austin, right? And other places where white people have moved in, and it's like, oh shit, the housing prices are going up, et cetera, et cetera. I don't doubt that there have been challenges there, but there have also been really positive things. The pastors are saying, hey, the churches are full again. You've had a huge community rallying around actually the Haitian migrants to the region. White people eating at the Haitian restaurants to show solidarity.
All right, that Haitian food is not good, but
Haitian,
I'll move on.
I disagree.
Watch your mouth.
Yeah, whatever it is.
What? This is literally the only person on earth that's like Haitian food is not good. What kind of food is he talking about? That'd be so funny. That'd be actually so funny if they actually gave him dogs. If the first time someone tricked him, I was like, oh, that's Haitian food, but it's actually. That's so. Oh my god!
I had it when I was in Miami.
Disagree.
I'm sorry, this
Disagree.
is terrible.
But in any case,
he probably ate some alligators. Okay. I'm done. Yeah, that's how some people are. Okay, that's how some people are. They think they are special, and they have a special place in white land with the white supremacists. And if they are, they pander enough, they will not be viewed as a minority. If they have a standard American accent, they are saved.